Ever feel like you're stuck in a loop of first dates that go nowhere? You think the vibe was great, you were nice, you bought the coffee, and then radio silence. Days crawl by. You compulsively check your phone. Nothing. You've been ghosted. Again. And you're just left thinking, what am I even doing wrong? Well, the truth is, you might be accidentally showcasing a few behaviors that are massive turnoffs. These have nothing to do with your looks, your height, or your job. They're subtle, unconscious habits that can kill attraction on the spot. It's like having something stuck in your teeth. You have no idea it's there, but it's the first thing she notices. But here's the good news. Once you know what they are, you can fix them immediately. That's why I'm here. In this video, we're going to dive into the top 6 traits that can turn women away in a heartbeat. And for each one, I'm not just going to call out the problem. I'm going to give you a simple, practical fix you can use tonight. By the end of this, you'll have the tools to stop sabotaging yourself and start building genuine, exciting connections. Number 1, the negative pessimist. Let's kick things off with one of the most common attraction killers, non-stop negativity. This is the guy who complains about everything. His job is a nightmare, the traffic was a disaster, his landlord is a clown, and his ex was completely nuts. A first date is not a therapy session, but so many guys use it as a dumping ground for all their frustrations. Here's the deal. A negative attitude is emotionally exhausting. For her, listening to constant complaining is like being next to a car alarm that just won't shut off. It's grating and makes you want to get away. Positivity is magnetic because it signals resilience and emotional stability. When you spend the whole date complaining, you're basically communicating that life overwhelms you. You only see problems instead of solutions, and that hanging out with you is probably going to be a drag. It's a huge red flag that you might not be in a great headspace for a healthy relationship. So what's the fix? It's a technique I call solution-focused reframe. This isn't about pretending you don't have problems. It's about changing the story you tell about them. Instead of ranting about a tough project at work, talk about the interesting challenge it presents or the new skill you're picking up from it. Instead of dwelling on a bad day, find one good thing that happened, no matter how small, and share that instead. Here's a challenge for you. For 1 week, every time you catch yourself about to complain, just stop. Reframe it. Turn it into a story about overcoming something or find a reason to be grateful. This simple shift from a problem-focused mindset to a solution-focused one will not only make you way more attractive, but will seriously improve your own outlook on life. 2. The overly nice guy. Next up, we have a classic and deeply misunderstood character, the nice guy. Now, this isn't a guy who's genuinely kind. This is the guy who's nice with a secret agenda. He's pathologically agreeable, constantly fishing for approval, and puts a woman on a pedestal, hoping that if he's nice enough, she'll reward him with a second date. It's like putting coins in a vending machine and expecting a specific snack to come out. It's transactional, not genuine. The problem is, this behavior doesn't come from real kindness. It comes from insecurity. It looks like people-pleasing, never having an opinion, always letting her decide everything, and apologizing for things that aren't even his fault. This doesn't build attraction. It erodes respect. She's looking for a partner, not a follower who agrees with everything. When you act like your own opinions don't matter, you're signaling that you don't value yourself, which makes it almost impossible for her to value you. The solution is to build your confident core. This is about understanding that it's better to be respected than to just be liked. A woman wants to get to know the real you, what you think, what you stand for, what you want. Start small. If she asks where you want to eat, have an actual opinion. Don't say, "Oh, I don't care," whatever you want. Say, "I'm really in the mood for Italian. How does that sound to you?" And learn to disagree politely. You don't need to start a debate. But if she loves a movie you thought was a total bore, it's fine to say, "I can see why you'd like it, but it just wasn't for me." It shows you're your own person. The goal isn't to be a jerk, it's to be an equal. An attractive man is like a ship's captain. He's kind and respectful to his passengers, but he never gives up the wheel or trades his destination for their approval. Number 3. The needy and clingy texter. This one is a plague on modern dating. It's the guy who quickly becomes dependent on a woman for his happiness, and it almost always comes out through his texting. He'll send a message, and if she doesn't reply within the hour, he follows up with a "you there?" Or, even worse, the passive-aggressive "guess you're busy." The issue with neediness is that it's suffocating. It's like a vine that wraps around a new plant so tightly it chokes the life out of it. It immediately signals emotional instability and makes a woman feel like she's suddenly been hired to manage your emotional state. It tells her, you don't have a full life of your own and you're looking for her to be your main source of validation. That is way too much pressure for a new connection, and it will make her back away fast. The fix is to cultivate an abundance mindset. Here's the secret. Your life needs to be full and awesome. Before you even meet her, double down on your mission, your hobbies, your fitness, your friends, and your career goals. When your life is genuinely engaging, you won't have the time or the mental space to freak out about why she hasn't texted back. Think of yourself as the head chef of your own amazing restaurant. You're too busy creating great things to worry if one customer didn't touch their breadsticks. Text with a purpose. A text should be for logistics, like setting up the next date, or for sharing something genuinely interesting. It's not for fishing for validation. Send your text, then put your phone down and go live your life. Hit the gym, read a book, work on that project. When you operate from a place of abundance, you communicate that you're a high-value man looking to share your great life, not a guy who needs a woman to make his life great. 4. The hesitator who lives in the friend zone. This might be the most frustrating trap of all. This is the guy who's great at conversation. He's funny, a fantastic listener, and they have so much in common. The friendly chemistry is off the charts, but he never, ever, ever makes a move. He doesn't flirt, he doesn't break the touch barrier, and he never makes his romantic interest clear. He is, for all intents and purposes, applying for the job of new best friend. The problem is that attraction thrives on clear intent and a little bit of romantic tension. Think of it like a guitar string. If it's too loose, it makes no sound. If it's too tight, it snaps. You need just the right amount of tension to create beautiful music. When you hang back, you force her into the awkward position of having to guess your feelings or lead the entire romantic charge herself. That dynamic rarely sparks attraction and almost always defaults to the friend zone. The solution is to embrace the leadership principle. This is simply about being decisive and taking confident initiative. First, plan the date. Stop asking, "So what do you want to do?" Instead, try, "Let's check out that new wine bar downtown. How's Thursday at 7 for you?" This shows confidence and takes the pressure off her. Second, during the date, don't be afraid to create that romantic tension. You can do this with genuine compliments that go beyond her looks, by holding strong eye contact, or with a bit of light, respectful touch on her arm when you're laughing or making a point. And most importantly, be direct. At the end of a great date, don't say, "We should do this again sometime." It's weak and vague. Take the lead. Say, "I had an amazing time with you tonight and I want to see you again." Taking initiative is like being a great dance partner. You aren't controlling her. You're confidently leading the steps, making the experience smooth and exciting for both of you. 5. The socially unaware man. This one's all about a lack of social intelligence. It's the guy who talks over her, makes off-color jokes, is rude to the waiter, or is more interested in his phone than the person sitting across from him. This isn't just about being a jerk. It's a failure to read the room. It's like a driver who completely ignores all the traffic signs and mirrors. They're bound to cause a collision. The problem here is that being socially clueless screams a lack of empathy. Women are often highly attuned to how a man treats other people. Pro tip: she's watching how you treat the waiter. If you're rude to them, she's thinking, "It's only a matter of time before he talks to me that way." If you constantly interrupt her, you're showing her that you don't actually value her opinion. It makes her feel invisible and disrespected, which is an instant deal breaker. The fix is to practice being an active observer. Instead of just waiting for your turn to talk, practice active listening. Pay attention to her body language and tone, not just her words. Is she leaning in, or are her arms crossed? Is her smile genuine, or does it seem forced? Think of yourself as a great podcast host. Your goal isn't to talk about yourself, but to ask thoughtful, open-ended questions that make your guest shine. And treat absolutely everyone you encounter, from the valet to the server, with genuine respect. Your true character isn't shown in how you treat someone you're trying to impress. It's shown in how you treat everyone else. 6. The low-effort appearance. Finally, let's talk about appearance, and let's be crystal clear. This is not about being born looking like a movie star. The real turnoff is a low-effort, sloppy appearance. This means poor hygiene, wrinkled clothes that don't fit, a messy haircut, just a general vibe that you don't care. The problem is that neglecting your appearance signals a lack of self-respect. It's like trying to sell a beautiful house with a neglected, overgrown lawn. People will just assume the inside is in bad shape too, and won't even bother to look. Your appearance is the curb appeal for your personality. If you can't be bothered to put a little effort into how you look, why should she believe you'll put effort into a relationship? The solution is simple. Establish a grooming baseline. This is not rocket science. It's the non-negotiable stuff. Shower daily. Wear clean clothes that actually fit you well. Get a decent haircut on a regular basis. Keep your nails trimmed. You don't need a closet full of designer clothes. You just need to look like you put some thought and care into how you present yourself to the world. A man who takes care of himself shows he has his life together. It's an outward sign of inner discipline, and that is incredibly attractive. So there they are, the 6 most common traits that turn women off. The negative pessimist, the nice guy, the needy texter, the hesitator, the socially unaware man, and the low-effort appearance. Knowing these patterns is the biggest step. You don't have to become a different person. You just need to remove the habits that hide the confident, high-value man you already are. The power to change is completely in your hands, and it starts the moment you choose to act.